This is Ken Russell from Pinoy US Adventures. Today, Joey and I are going to start smoking some ribs that will be done for Memorial Day this year. First thing we do is remove the membrane from the back of the rib. Alright. First we're going to start with the end of the ribs and stick the blade underneath the membrane. And slowly remove the membrane. It's usually not too difficult unless the camera's running. There it started. There we go. Be careful not to cut yourself. Very slight.
Binabalatan niya, tinatanggal yung ano natin, yung ewan ko kung anong pangalan yun sa atin. Ayan, oh. Ang hirap dito yung magluto ka ng pork ribs na how do you call that?
Oh, these are baby back.
No, I mean what is the menu that we are cooking?
Oh, we barbecue them.
Barbecue, ribs barbecue.
We
Okay.
basically just smoked.
Oh, smoke.
Slow cooked.
Okay. It's really hard time, okay? Oh, ayan, oh. Yan ang pangalawa na linisin niya. That's the second ribs.
Rack.
Second rack. Dalawang racks nga ang binili niya for pork ribs barbecue. Ang daming trabaho ang mag-pork ribs. Oh, see? Okay.
Now we're going to mix up our spice rub. A lot of people use different spices. Every recipe is different. Here I'm going to start out with a little bit of brown sugar. I use lemon pepper blend. Have to be quite generous with some of these. I don't use near as much spice as a lot of people do. I keep it kind of moderate. This is ground red pepper, better known as cayenne. It's very hot. But during the cooking process, it smooths out and you don't get the heat. And of course, some salt. Fairly generous.
And
Peppers. Lots of peppers. And I'd like to use a little bit of onion salt. Now I'm going to mix this up generously. And once this is all blended up, we're going to rub the meat. There's no proper way to do this without getting your hands in there and spreading it around. Rub that meat.
mga rekado yun, nilalagay ni Ken na lahat. Yun, baliktad niya. Inuin ng rekado.
And once again, spread the spice mixture.
Chef Ken.
Chef Cooking with Ken.
Cooking with Ken.
Cooking with Ken.
Okay.
And we rub this in and we'll be ready to go to the smoker. As you can see, I don't have a conventional smoker. Our smoker is in South Dakota. But I have managed to convert this propane grill into a smoker simply by removing one of the grates and installing a pan. This is a small cake pan, 6x9, and it fits right in where the grate was. I'll start this coal up, charcoal, and here I have hickory wood chips soaking in water. These will be used to make the smoke, and we will cold smoke the ribs. Very little heat, lots of smoke. Alright, now that the charcoal seems to be going pretty good, we're going to slowly add some wet hickory chips, wood chips, and these will start to smoke here shortly. Well, it looks like we've got some smoke going, and it's time to put on some ribs. Very little heat involved here, just smoke. I'll flip the ribs every half hour and rotate them. And in about 2 hours they should have plenty of smoke. Time to rotate the ribs. Add a little more chips to our smoke to make more smoke. Well, it's time to flip the ribs, check the fire, add a little more wood chips, keep the smoke going. Alrighty. And there we go. That should go for another 30 minutes. And we'll flip them again. Well, it's time to turn these ribs one more time. And in 30 minutes we'll be done with the smoker. And we'll be ready to slow cook the ribs. Well, now that our ribs have been smoking for 2 hours, it's time to pull them off. Now that we're done smoking the ribs, we're going to prepare them for the slow cooker. Basically, cut them rib by rib. Okay. End piece is always big and meaty. Hello. Now that we've got the ribs cut up, we're prepared to slow cook them. In order to get them to start steaming properly, I always like to add a can of soda pop or beer. This will start the ribs steaming and let them cook down the fat, or render the fat down. Okay, that should be enough. Now we'll cover the ribs. It's important to seal them tight. Keep all the moisture in. Good tight seal, and into the oven. The oven is preheating to 210 degrees. Well, I've removed the ribs from the oven. It's time to flip them. As you can see, they're getting rather well done. Cooking. And back in the oven for another hour and a half to 2 hours. Now that these ribs have been cooking for an hour and a half, 2 hours since I turned them last, we'll see how they're doing. It looks like the ribs are done. Time to pull them off. Very tender. cooked very well done. At this point, we're going to separate the drippings from the fat. And as we drain the fat off the top of the drippings, we'll focus on removing the upper layer of fat and retaining the drippings on the bottom. Well, now that we've let the ribs set overnight and the sauce, which is not necessary, we wanted to cook early today, so I did all the slow cooking yesterday. At this point, I've got my favorite barbecue sauce. Most chefs won't tell you the recipe, neither will I. This is what we got out of the ribs. It's the drippings. I'm going to save just a little bit to make gravy with. Start by dipping the ribs, generously slathering them in sauce. I was going to cook these on the charcoal grill, but I don't have propane or charcoal to cook them. So they do cook rather well under an electric broiler. Well, it's time to cook the ribs. Since we're out of propane and charcoal, we're going to broil them in an electric broiler. This actually is one of the better ways to make it. It's fast, it's easy, and it's very easy to burn them. In the oven you go, top rack. Broiler is set on high. Well, let's check the ribs. See how they're perfect.
Oh, wow!
Perfect. Now we're going to baste the other side of
Brush
the
niya
ribs.
ng sauce.
We flip them. The other side is done perfect. Oh yes. They appear to be done. I'll shut off the oven. Perfect. There you have it. Oklahoma char grilled barbecued ribs, ready to eat. Thank you for watching, and as always, God bless.